So, TikTok. TikTok right now is arguably the top site for memes. You can't search the word meme on YouTube without finding a TikTok cringe compilation of some sorts. It's hard to argue that there is a face more iconic to this meme movement from TikTok than NyanNyanCosplay. And I don't think that anyone would argue with me when I say that NyanNyanCosplay is the face of memes on TikTok.
Hit or miss.
Oh, TikTok.
Oh, this is TikTok?
Oh, TikTok.
I saw this circulating Twitter. No clue what it is.
The internet has declared that this is the new queen of the Ugandan knuckles, basically.
I know the song because of the meme, but I don't even know it outside of TikTok.
And as somebody who's fascinated with every aspect of meme culture, I wanted to know more about this person. What were the reasons behind the making of the now infamous TikTok? But there was something that I really wanted to know. When you go from being a nobody on the internet to suddenly the queen of the internet, that must have an enormous impact on one's life.
She gained a huge following her TikTok post. One of the popular duets with her original video questioned her gender, which in turn sent an influx of hate comments her way.
And so with those questions in mind, I got in touch with NyanNyanCosplay, in the hopes that she'd be willing to have an interview with me. And, well, she was. You're now gonna become YouTube trash. How does it feel?
I'm already TikTok trash.
What made you make this TikTok? Like, what was the, I suppose, inspiration behind it, and how did it come to be?
Well, I like TikTok because it's a new platform for cosplayers to use audio and still be able to portray the character. So I was just in cosplay and I heard the song and I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't know it was a diss track at all. So I'm just blindly going in and I make this TikTok and I almost don't post it. So when I do post it, everyone's freaking out. So I didn't really have anything. I just blindly made it.
And how long after posting the original TikTok did it take before it started blowing up?
I'd say actually a few days, because then all of a sudden someone's like, yo, this meme account posted you. And I was like, what? And they were like, hey guys, look at this trap. And I was like, not right.
Oh God.
And then,
oh, no.
Yeah. And then shortly after that, people started doing duets with me. And this guy makes a duet holding up a sign saying that's a dude or something. And I was like, great.
When did it really sink in that this had gone insanely big? What was the moment that you knew it had really transcended what you thought? Because many people would could not fathom the amount this has blown up.
Oh, same. I'm still trying to fathom it, because I'm seeing all my followers keep going up random spikes, and I'm like, whoa. But I think around the end of November, when posts were getting crazy and people kept posting me and commenting and stuff, it started sinking in. I'm literally a meme. I'm literally a meme.
I feel almost to a certain extent your face is synonymous with TikTok. You're nearly a poster child for TikTok at this point. Because you can't go on YouTube without seeing your face in a thumbnail. I
even was on an ad for TikTok, on Snapchat. Someone sent a screenshot and it was the ad and it was my face, and I was like, what? And seeing the thumbnails is also crazy because I never thought I would be a thumbnail.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, because you've been a PewDiePie thumbnail 2 or 3 times, I swear, at this point.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. When you have all these people on YouTube talking about you or talking about your TikTok, has there ever been a point where you've just kind of disliked that? Or is it always you always just kind of rolled with it? I
did my best to roll with things. Usually I'm an overthinker and over-worrier, so I'm but it really pushed me out of my shell to keep pushing and rolling through things, because I got a lot of negativity with the comments, like I said earlier, and it really made me reflect on my self-image and stuff. But I realized that you only have one life and one body, so you should love yourself for who you are and not care what other people think, really. So it's really helping me push through all the negative comments I've been getting.
I think a lot of YouTubers are fortunate that they don't blow up immediately and they get to kind of roll with it and they get to learn all the ropes and stuff and online personalities, etc. But I can't imagine how difficult it can be when you've just thrown into this world. Because you've gained, how many followers do you have on Instagram at this point now?
I have 400K.
That is insane.
And before the meme, I was struggling back and forth from like 300 or 3K to 4K. So like going from like struggling to like all of a sudden spike, like it's really crazy.
I think a lot of people would be envious of your position, but have there been any, side effects that have come from blowing up that you have really been struggling with?
Well, it's really hard to take in at first since, like you said earlier, like you get like a bunch of hate at once. And like not everyone's good at handling hate, and I'm a very small, like shy person, so sometimes, and so getting that and seeing your face everywhere is like hard to take in. Like I wanted to do YouTube for like my whole life, so that's why I've always been like doing content slowly, and I never thought of myself like blowing up like so fast and like trying to handle it. But I would say it's a good thing, but also there's a lot of negativity in it that people don't see, because people forget that you are a person. You're not just a meme. Like, I have feelings.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier that, a lot of people were referring to you, or were saying that you were a trap in the original post.
Mm-hmm.
How did you deal with that? And was that the most negative things that you were getting sent your way, or was there like people being even worse than that?
I've gotten worse, but the trap thing really did get to me, because I'm like, do I really look like a guy? Like, what features of mine? Like, I started like nitpicking at myself. Like, my shoulders are broad. Like, I do look muscular because I did sports my whole life. So like, I did track and stuff. So I was always in the weight room trying to like get strong for track. So I'm like, I do look muscular, but that doesn't make me a guy. So I was like struggling a lot with like self-image and like stuff like that. But like some worse things I've gotten are like hate threats and like people wanting to like do things, and that was also kind of scary getting that.
From the way you're talking about it, you sound really confident about a lot of this stuff. Like, how have you found dealing with it, and how would you recommend to others who are in the same situation deal with it?
Well, I created a really good group of friends that I talk to like literally every day, and they support me and like they let me rant and stuff and vent. Just having a really close group of friends and like being able to talk to people really helps, because then you have like support from them, so you're not dealing with it on your own. And I also got to talk to you a little bit about my problems, so I talked to you.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw like how quickly you were blowing up, and I remember, even my growth was nothing like in comparison to yours, but I remember feeling kind of lost. Like no one on YouTube spoke to me or told me how I should be doing things or how I should be dealing with things. And I really like, whenever I see people who, I mean, you're obviously a viewer of mine at some point, or like anyone who like, I feel like I could maybe just help by just giving them a few words of advice that take like 20 seconds out of my day. Like, I was like, okay, I'll just shoot you a message and tell you if you ever need like any advice, it's fine. You mentioned how you have close friends supporting you and you really valued that. Have you found that any people in your personal life, maybe people who you didn't talk to before this TikTok, kind of crept back into the picture after you blew up?
Well, there's always going to be those people in life that like you're starting to like get somewhere and they're like, oh, how can I ruin their day? So I mean, those people did pop up, but I've also got in touch with some old friends, so that's like a good part of it. Like some old friends are like, yo, is this you? And I'm like, yeah. And then they'll start talking like about random stuff, and like I've made new friends through it, and then I've made like good old friends through it. So that's also a good positive side of it.
If you could go back and talk to yourself before you made the TikTok, like let's say a day before you decided to make it, what would you tell past self?
Get a new wig.
Get a new wig. I don't think it's that bad. It looked pretty good to me.
That weave is ratchet.
Knowing what was going to happen due to you making that TikTok, would you still have made the TikTok?
See, that's a question I ask myself a lot. And I would say yes, because although there is like a lot of negativity that has happened, I've also, again, like I've made good new friends. And if I didn't make the TikTok, I wouldn't have them. And I can also talk to people who like my content. Like, that's awesome. Like, you do fan calls, and I understand why you like it so much. Like, it's so fun to be able to talk to people like that and stuff.
So do your like family make hit or miss jokes? I kind of want to know if they do.
Well, I actually kept it from my family for a month.
Oh, wow, really? Why is that?
I didn't know how they would reply or like react to it because they're not like big on the internet.
Yeah.
So I didn't. They probably wouldn't have fully understood, which they didn't. So it was a wild ride trying to then explain it to them. And then when they finally found out, they're like, "Okay, as long as you're being safe, I guess." But no, they don't make hit or miss jokes.
Okay, good. Good for your safety. So do your parents like fully understand like the scale of like how big you are on the internet right now, or are they just trying to wrap their head around the fact that like it's even anything at all?
They're trying to wrap their head around it, and I'm trying to like help them understand like it's not like I'm doing anything too crazy. They genuinely like me for like my content and not like anything else. Like they thought I was doing really bad stuff, and I was like, no.
I feel like parents always
I'm
assume
just doing
the worst.
cosplay.
Though.
Yeah.
I think either you told me or I saw this that you disabled your comments on the original TikTok. Was that because of all the, I suppose, the people calling you traps and stuff?
Yeah, most of my comments on my TikTok were on that video, and they were mainly all negative comments, and I was like, I just don't want to see this, so I just disabled it. And if I see a negative comment, I straight up block people. Like, I just don't want negativity on my page because I really want to spread like the message of self-love and like loving each other, because I feel like the world nowadays with like how the memes are blowing up, that we aren't taking time to like be kind to other people. It's simple as like smiling at someone or like opening a door for somebody else. Like, just be kind to others. Like, it's not that hard, guys.
You know, out of all the TikTok memes, are there any ones that you hate and there's ones that you love?
I like trends, so I'll see a trend and I'll like it, but it takes a lot for me to actually do the trend because of the hit or miss thing that became since I started it. Like, that's crazy. So, I mean, I might do more trends in the future, but I do like watching other memes and trends and stuff, like the I'm already Tracer thing.
Do you like that one?
I think I've already made that one.
Have you already made it? I haven't actually seen.
I've already made one.
Oh.
It's with Diva. I made it way before the trend happened too. So I'm very happy mine wasn't in the trend thing. But I turned off duets on my thing, so people can't.
Do you have any advice for people on TikTok who are maybe trying to blow up? And if so, if they did blow up, what would you recommend, they do?
I would say probably definitely follow trends, because people watch the trends often. Be yourself, and if you do blow up, hold on. Find a good group of friends, and I would talk with them and just be safe.
No, I'm glad. I was really worried that when I was going to talk to you that you were going to have a lot of negative experiences to talk about, or... I
mean, I've had a lot of negativity, but I'm pushing through. Like, I refuse to let the negativity get to me anymore.
I can tell that it's not, getting to you that much, and I really, I got to give you props, because I think that's one thing that a lot of online personalities struggle with, is having the thick skin and being able to just ignore it. So I mean, massive props to you. I can only imagine like how tough it's been.
I'm sure if you talked to me like earlier, I'd probably be a way bigger mess, but like now I'm more like stable and like working on getting through it.
What would you say is like caused that change in the meantime? Like,
a lot of the negativity and like, again, self-reflection. And I do like this group called BTS, which is a K-pop group. You probably know of it.
Of course. Yeah.
I've been following them since 2013 when they started, and like seeing them grow up. Like, they're not afraid of how people judge them or all that. And right now they're preaching self-love, and their newest album is about that. So that's been helping me. And if they can help me with that and I can help spread that, I would love to do that. So, I mean, songs, music is like a really big inspiration in my life. So I always listen to songs to help, and I always go to friends and talk with them.
Who's your BTS bias then?
Taehyung.
Okay. I don't know if that's good taste or not. I'm sure the comments will let me know. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you as a result of blowing up, in your opinion?
Well, I've had like an experience where I was just ordering Pizza Hut one day, and I got my breadsticks box, and I opened it, and like inside was written hit or miss, and like sloppy font, just hit or miss.
My final question is, what's next? What are you hoping to do in future now that you've got these platforms?
Some stuff is happening right now, and I'm trying to like get a hold of it. So once I get that settled, I will do Twitch. I'm gonna stream on Twitch. I want to do YouTube, and I'm probably going to still stay on TikTok, and I'll keep trying to push cosplay content. But on Twitch, I'm probably gonna start doing like gaming videos and stuff.
I'm super excited to see where you go from this. I think this is going to be a fun journey that you're going to embark on. Yeah. So do you want to tell everyone, it's just NyanNyanCosplay, right? Everywhere?
Basically everything is NyanNyanCosplay.